Our YouTube started.
What up to the Facebook?
Say hello,
Hey,
YouTube.
What up, YouTube?
YouTube.
What up, YouTube?
All right. And this is the last go round. Here we go. Y'all ready?
Do it.
Let's do it.
Going live in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of
Business Bros.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the podcast. Hernancias here, host of the Business Bros podcast, along with my co-host,
The insurance bro, James C.S. with Pipeline Insurance. We are super excited. I am personally super excited because these are some of my good friends that we have on the podcast here today. Some very, very fine people, and a very, very exciting show for everybody today. I am excited to have on with us Arnie and Ashley Valenzuela with AI Entertainment. Welcome to the show, you two.
Thank you. Thanks for
what
having
up,
us, guys.
So excited to be
He
here.
knows you really well. I don't know you at all, so we're going to get to know each other here on the show.
That's right.
But first, ladies and gentlemen, 365 pairs of shoes by the end of the year. Thank you very much to all the contributions we've had so far. So if you have new shoes, used shoes, cash you want to donate, hit James up 619-884-0045 or James at csfirst.com. He'll ride over on his Harley and go pick up those bad boys. So thanks again for all the current donations we've had, and we're looking forward to them. Middle of the year is almost up. Welcome to summer, ladies and gentlemen. Happy summer.
Summertime.
Doesn't look like it outside, but trust me, it is here.
It's here.
It is here. All right, let's get this party on the road. You guys ready?
Let's
Yes,
do it.
let's do it.
All right, let's start off with the most obvious question. Where did you guys meet?
So we actually met at Morgan Run Country Club. I was the banquet manager there. She was an employee, and I was naughty. So
Not supposed to fraternize
You're
with
not
your...
supposed to.
When we met, he was supposed to be a server.
right. So they didn't.
Okay.
Like a
He
secret
got
server.
promoted.
No. I was a manager. I was just kind of undercover, making sure people were doing the right
He
thing.
literally was undercover.
He went
I thought
too
was a
far
server.
undercover.
I can't. Yeah, right. Too far.
Seriously.
So,
So we met there, and the rest is history. We've been together ever since.
That was 7 years ago.
7 years ago. And working in the service industry, working in parties, stuff like that, catering type stuff, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, food and beverage. So
Food and beverage.
banquets, restaurants. Just
And you couldn't leave the entertainment industry.
I tried. I really, really tried. I was
We just like to entertain.
so I was so sick and tired of hospitality. At least I thought I was. Well, you know what? In that regard, I was, because unless I absolutely had to, if everything crumbled around me and I had to go back into food and beverage, I would.
Mm-hmm.
But there'd have to be some extenuating circumstances, because I did it for over 25 years, so I was over it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did a game truck for like 5 years.
Okay.
I don't eat cake still to this day. Like birthday cake, anytime you show up, it was kind of the same type of ordeal. It was like,
Right.
hey, cool, let's set up, let's get the kids' games going, playing some video games. By the way, would you like some hamburgers, hot dogs, or birthday cake? And after a while, I was like, I'm good off the cake, thank you very much. Or I'd
Right.
accept it and be like, it's going to sit right here on the side.
Absolutely.
But yeah, getting out of the, you guys have the same generic food probably over and over and over again.
And over and over,
As
and
long as it's
a lot
easy.
of great food.
It's not bad.
I got to, throughout the course of my career in food and beverage, I got to eat food from some Michelin chefs. I got to meet some really talented individuals that would put together dishes that would just blow your mind. So I was fortunate in that regard. I got to taste some liquors that I would otherwise not been able to afford.
Meet some
Yes.
people.
I got to meet a
Killer
couple
people.
people. A lot of athletes, a lot of semi-celebrities, if you will.
Yeah. Or
So-
up and comers.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It's once you start a family, the hours that are required of you in the food and beverage industry were just not for me anymore.
You mean nights and
It was
weekends?
too much.
Nights, weekends, days,
Holidays.
6 days,
They
holidays.
Call
Yeah,
you
just
even if you're off. You're
Yeah.
never off.
Welcome to business.
Right, exactly. But the thing was, we found that both of us in our careers and what we were doing, we weren't satisfied enough. We were working harder for the company than the person wanted to be for us. They wouldn't give us what we needed. So we're like, we're one of the two most hardworking people we have. Let's make something happen. Let's start a business.
So you took a leap of faith.
Yes.
yeah. It was more of a hop than a leap, because
Yeah.
I had just broke my ankle and came back from surgery, so I was out for 3 months. And in those 3 months, we were like, okay, let's really think about, can we grow AI Entertainment into a viable source of income? And at the time, the answer was like, probably.
Well, before we keep going with that, like, where did the concept even start?
So the concept started, our good friend Michael Flores owned an entertainment company, much like ours. He had kind of he was over it, and he wanted to get out of the business. So he's like, we were like, well, we like karaoke and things like that. We'll buy it from you. So it just kind of worked itself out. He got out of the game for a little bit. He's back in the game now. We really partner together a lot. He's actually going to be heading up our Las Vegas venture. So he's going to be
expanding.
Yeah, we're expanding to Vegas. But he's going to be taking over as our director of operations regionally, because he'll oversee San Diego to a degree as well, but we're here, so really his focus will be Las Vegas.
Okay, tell me a little bit about what AI entertainment actually entails. Like, what is part of the whole thing?
So a couple things. We have a bunch of different type of sectors. We think entertainment's broken into two different pieces. There's the public side, where anyone at any bar can come in and you can do DJ, karaoke, trivia, bingo. So fun things to do at a bar to keep the time passing away. And then we also have the private sector. So your weddings, quinceañeras, anniversaries, things that you wouldn't invite everybody to. It's just a private event. So we do both. And we love it.
So I think the way kind of her and I split it up is I kind of gravitated more naturally towards the private side of things, whereas she, I think, really shines in the public side. I do some public stuff. Obviously I host karaoke at number 1 Fifth Avenue, which is where Ham and I met.
Whoop, whoop.
But that's other than that, and then I DJ at the Silver Dollar on Sunday nights. Those are my two big public bars. Other than that, pretty much all I do is private, because I host karaoke at a senior living home, which is it's a private, it's just for the residents, and then I do weddings and things of that nature. Whereas go ahead.
I like to do the public side, so I like to be able to see people every single week, the same regulars that are coming into different bars or venues, and I like to build relationships with people and network, and that's kind of how we have gotten as big as we have, is we keep just talking to people and say, hey, this is what we do, and it's all genuine, it's all personality, it's all engaging with the guests. How do you want to be treated when you're at a bar? Do you want to have that, karaoke host that's in the corner that's rude to you, or do you want to have someone really engaging with you and being really excited about the song that you're singing and engaging with the crowd? And that's what we do. How
does someone at the bar decide that I'm going to add karaoke to my thing, and who's the DJ that comes and handles the karaoke? Like, how does that even work?
It's I think it's no different than you being in real estate. How does somebody decide what realtor they're going to go with? It's just word of mouth is big. People, huge. I've depending on what area in San Diego you're in, it tends to be kind of incestuous in that, if you live in Hillcrest, you frequent bars in Hillcrest and nowhere else. If you live in Chula Vista, same thing. You're gonna hang out in Chula Vista or East County, which is where we have the majority of our accounts. And it happens like, this guy sings karaoke on Wednesdays at one of our bars, and this other bar is, the manager's talking about, well, we might want to do karaoke. So they'll tell them, like, hey, these guys are awesome. Go over there, check them out. And sure enough, we'll get a random phone call. Hey, so-and-so from this bar told us to give you guys a call because we're looking for karaoke.
And I'm assuming it's all about having a great time, because exactly. if you can get the crowd involved in having a good time, then it's going to be the place where, you're emotionally tied to. Like, exactly. I feel like I'm way more invested in a song when I have some sort of experience with people that kind of brings the emotion to that song.
Sure.
Like, I'll give you an example. We went to the snow, I don't even know how long ago, maybe like 10 years ago, maybe before my kids were around, and we were at the cabin, and it was like we're all like drinking, having a good time, and Red Hot Chili Peppers comes on. Love it. Under the bridge, right? And he starts howling and he's saying all these lyrics. Nobody knows what the hell he's saying, but there's a bunch of drunk people singing a song that they think they sound like they're howling at the moon, right?
Exactly.
So,
it's about bringing people together.
Ever since then, that song has a special place in my heart. Like, every time I hear it, I go back to that memory. And I imagine it's kind of the same type of story for you guys. When you create that sort of memorable experience at the bar, people are going to want to come back to that location to have that same similar experience.
Exactly, and that's one of the things that we talk to our bar owners about. We say, I can't guarantee that someone's going to walk in the door, but what I can guarantee is every single person that's in that room at that time when we're doing this service, they're going to be engaged, they're going to have a great time, and they're going to come back. And so we also do our social media and try to get as many people in there as possible. But it's just such a good time. I have people tell me all the time, I come back because of you. Not because of the bar or the drinks or anything like that. So it feels really good. Yeah,
and it's interesting because a lot of the times the number one question you get asked anytime you're going to start a new bar, right? Like when you're interviewing, like I have an interview this week at an undisclosed location because I'm not going to talk about what the bar is until we are or aren't there. Right. But I have an interview later this week, and I guarantee the number one question he's going to ask me is, do you have a following?
Yes.
Well,
That's where I was going
it's a
with
loaded question because, yeah, I have a following. There are people that follow me places, but that doesn't mean they're going to follow me here. So I'm not going to guarantee to you that I'm going to bring X amount of people into your bar because that's not what we do. We're not a marketing firm. We're not a, that's not what we do. We are entertainers. So when you bring us in, we're going to make sure that the people that are there are going to have a good time. And we're going to make them stay for one more drink. We're going to figure out a way to get them to stick around for just one more drink.
Yes.
And if there's a new person at your bar, they'll probably come back. But, we can't guarantee you, I'm going to bring 50 people into the bar.
Yeah. Well, that's not how you're selling it.
That's not
Well, let me ask you, the interview, is it almost a mutual interview? Like, they're coming in and asking you questions, but you're kind of gauging whether this is the person you even want to work with, right?
Right. Yeah. And it's, gauging the venue, seeing what you're going to need to make that venue happen. Do you need to bring your own sound? Do they have a sound system? Is their sound system worth it? There's venues that have sound systems that I bring my own stuff in anyways because it doesn't have the quality of sound that I want to represent our company.
Yeah.
So, it's checking that out. And then also, like, what is your budget? What are you willing to pay? Oh, well, we got a 6-hour show. We're going to pay you $60 plus a drink tab. Like, oh, okay, you know what? You can call the college kid that practices on his own time and is just a hobby for him because that, this isn't what we do. This is what we do for a living. It's a profession. So,
and it's changed now that we've been in business for 5 years.
Well, sure. Definitely. When you start out, you're going to take any gig that comes your way.
Business, and now we're going to be choosy.
Somebody's like, it's just a drink tab, but you can get your name out there. Like, okay, I'll do it. Like, that's fine. I need people to see me. I need people to. But once you get a little further into it, you get to be a little more selective with what work you do and don't take on.
Yeah, 100%. So how do you guys ever like divvy up? Like, I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier where you're gonna go set up for something, and then like you guys do separate events at the same night.
All the time. I mean, Sundays was one of them. We don't do that anymore. Private events. There's been days where she has a wedding, I have a wedding, Michael has a wedding. We got 4 weddings going on at once, 3 weddings, 4 weddings, and a birthday party. Yes. So yeah, you have to divvy up. That's the only way you can really grow, and that's another selling point that I tell people when I am interviewing. Is you're not hiring one guy.
Yes.
If I get sick tomorrow and I'm supposed to play at your bar, I'm not going to call you and say, guess what, you don't have a DJ. I'm going to call you and say, hey, I'm sick. I'm sending one of my guys. So you're still going to have the service.
A comparable person.
Right. You're still going to have the service that we were going to get from me. It's just not going to be me because I'm sick or my kid's sick or my babysitter got sick. Whatever the reason that I can't make it, we're going to send somebody in my stead.
So this is very personal centric. Like, you have to have a specific type of personality to come in and run this. How are you guys going to scale this to go like, to take on like the Vegas level? How does one scale something like this?
Slowly.
Yes.
I mean, that's the best.
That's a good answer. It's the truth. I agree with that.
Slowly. So right now I know for a fact in the Vegas market, I have one guy that I can trust. That's good. That's going to do the job and represent the company the way we want it to. So we're going to start with him. And while he's up there, I'm going to have him start looking around, potentially training. I'm going to be flying to and from Vegas, the early part of the week till we launch and really get it together. But it's slowly. I mean, we can't.
Tell you, you're suffering.
Yeah. I got to go to Vegas a couple days a week.
It's awful. It's awful. This is what I do for my company. This is, I make sacrifices. I
told him business first.
Business first, of course. Always business first. So here's the thing.
But he's in the business of having fun.
Let's be honest, right? We party for a living. It's rough. It's awful. Like, I go to number 1 Fifth Avenue, and I'm hosting karaoke around a bunch of people that I really, really enjoy being around. And I'm drinking, I'm having a good time, and sometimes I have to like take a step and go, I'm getting paid.
Yeah,
like I'm getting paid right now. Like how many people can say they're having an absolute blast and they're getting paid? Mm-hmm. It's pretty fun.
Well, that's one of those things that I often talk about. That idea of success. Right? Success, there's a lot of different definitions of what success looks like, and it's all depending on who you ask.
Exactly.
But my biggest thing is, do you wake up every morning and you love what you do?
Yes.
Like, at that point, to me, that's a successful person. I always say my wife is the most successful person I know because since she was a kindergartner, she wanted to be a teacher, right? She does that every single day. So she is a success. And so, like, you guys sound like you guys are doing every day you wake up, you're happy.
Every day we're doing something.
And you're doing something that you love to do around people that you love to do it with. Like, to me, that's a definition of success. Now, I don't know, how successful the business is as far as, profits and losses and all that go.
Sure.
But if you're paying your bills and you continue to do that, and you can do this for as long as you want, I don't see you ever wanting to stop.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, like I said, there'd have to be like we were talking about earlier, there have to be a situation where the world crumbles around me, and all of a sudden everybody decides, well, we don't need DJs anymore, because and realistically, that could happen. Yes. So the way technology is evolving, the way Bluetooth speakers are coming into play, and Spotify, where you can create a playlist that. And there's apps that you can get on your phone that'll literally DJ for you if you load the music on. So you sit there and people go, well, is that going to take over the live DJ? And it probably won't, because there's something to be said for having a human
person
to talk to get your request in. A lot of people for weddings, that's where they want to cut the costs. It's like, well, we'll just we'll get a big speaker and we'll create a playlist, and that's fine. It could get you through. But when I DJ a wedding, it's not DJing that's what really is giving you the service. It's the MC part. It's the keeping up with the timeline. If you have your cousin do a playlist, like, how do you know he's not going to get hammered halfway through and the father-daughter dance is just going to get missed? Like,
yeah.
Right.
And no one's going to pay attention, because they're not there to pay attention. They're there to celebrate their cousin's wedding, so they're going to have a good time.
Well, that's a great example. I mean, I'll give you a couple more examples. I mean, we watch comedians on YouTube all the time, but when they come live, we go show up. We watch, artists with their songs on the radio all the time, but when they come in concert, we go show up.
Right.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Something about having that person, that entertainer.
You want the interaction.
Yes.
Engagement.
Yes. Because that guy who's on stage is going to call you out and tell you to come get on the dance floor. Right. He's going to tell you, he's going to give the congratulations. He's going to make them, ding the bell so they can get kisses, right? All these different interactions that make it memorable.
Absolutely.
And I talk about this sort of interaction all the time. It's the engagement that makes the memory. It's the engagement that hits you in the heartstrings. It's the engagement that makes you remember, like, I like that bar.
Exactly.
I had a good time there. I'm going to go back.
Exactly.
Right.
That's huge for you guys.
And that's what we do.
It still makes me worried about scaling, because you need to find a great person.
Well, and here's the other thing. And Vegas was a real easy choice, not just because, we have Michael on the ground there already, but it is like the entertainment capital of the world. And there's literally people that move there working, as a cocktail server that, want to get into singing a little bit, or want to, that they're already entertainers. They're just not necessarily finding an outlet for it.
They're ready to take it to the next step.
Right. So, and not to say that hosting karaoke is going to get you to that next step. But if you're a singer and you want to sing, and, the off chance of someone hearing you sing karaoke at a bar in Vegas that might know some people that
it's higher.
It's higher.
The probability is better.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. It's not a guarantee.
No.
But, if you're going to make minimum wage cocktail serving, or, doing something else, why not work one day a week and, have a little fun, get a drink tab. And those are the people that we're looking for. We're not looking for anybody that wants to be a full-time employee and this is what they want to do for a living, because that's not what we're offering you. We're not that busy. I wish I could. I wish I could be like, yeah, we're going to set you guys all up with 401ks, but that's not the point in the in the evolution of AI entertainment that we're at. But if you want to have fun one night a week and get paid for it, and you have the right personality, this is a perfect gig for you.
Exactly. That's how I started.
You started one night a week?
One night a week doing karaoke. I was thinking $60 under the table. I'll have a drink tab. I don't know how to sing. I'm going to figure this out. Let's do it.
And now?
And now I have a lot of shows. Now I'm so busy.
And she rocks as a singer.
Well,
she is a great singer. Don't let her fool you.
And I'm going to have to come out. And
She's
check
she's
you guys
modest.
out.
But
Been trying to get you to
I
come
know.
out for how long?
You
Right?
know what it is? I have this fear of getting behind the mic and singing.
really?
I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's a fear. Maybe it's a
The
confidence thing.
business bro has a fear of getting behind the mic.
I know
Right.
how ridiculous. And I do. I've done music parodies on video, so I'm okay with looking like an idiot. I don't know. Maybe it's just
the live aspect.
it's the live
of it.
aspect.
And
of
it is a
looking like an
lot of
idiot. I don't know.
a lot of people get scared. A lot of people get real timid around a microphone when there's people around.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but everyone forgets how to use a microphone. I mean, I've done weddings.
And the guy's talking without the microphone.
No, I
He
mean,
has, like, over
No,
here.
it's at their belt. It's at their belt. So,
Like, we can't hear you,
so
dude.
yeah, they're like, I can't hear it. And I'm like, if I turn this up anymore,
It's gonna.
all you're gonna hear is feedback. Like
I
come on,
start
like,
moving their
speak
hand
to
with their hand on the microphone to
like,
their mouth.
Yeah. You have to.
It's the only way you can do
Move
it.
the
Nobody
arm,
can
move the
hear you.
arm.
Yeah, it'd be like, we're gonna do this podcast, but I'm gonna put the microphone here.
Yeah.
It's fine. You don't need to hear.
It doesn't make sense.
It does. It really doesn't. It's incredible, but it happens.
But it's not their nature.
It's not natural,
Yeah,
right?
it's not natural.
And I guess it's weird because I've never cared about public speaking. It's never been
An issue.
at all. Like,
Yeah.
It's the number one fear for most people.
yeah, right, above death, which is funny.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. I'd rather
speak in front of a crowd. Like,
I'm cool. I'll survive, and then life will move on. Right? Life will move on.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so tell me, like, how do people get a hold of you if they want to get in touch with you as far as like a wedding or something?
there's a few different ways. We have our website, which is www.aientertainmentsandiego.com. There's Facebook. There's Instagram. Our phone numbers. Any of the bars that we work at, really, if you're like, hey, how do I get a hold of that guy? They'll have our contact information. We leave business cards laying around.
How's your social media game?
My social media game is absolutely putrid. if we're being completely honest, I'm awful. Half the time I forget I have social media. I'll be at a show and I'll be like, I should probably post about this. And that's the wrong time to post about it. It already happened. Realistically, you're supposed to post between like 11 and 1, which is when people are starting to gear up to be like, oh, hey, what am I going to do tonight?
Right.
I'm awful about it. She's great. She handles 99% of our social media, so that's all her.
So tell me a little bit about what you're doing.
Social media wise, I'm still trying to find what our format looks like because now we're in year 5 with AI Entertainment. So before I was doing one post per bar for whatever's going on, karaoke, 7 to midnight, whatever. And then now I'm like, we have so many bars that we work with. We work with 24 bars weekly.
Well, it's not 24 bars. We have 24 shows.
There's 24 shows.
There's a few bars that have more than one show a week. So I'd say it's probably closer to like 14 bars.
Mm-hmm. So what I've been doing now is doing like one post, like Happy Tuesday, here's what's going on. So wherever you are in San Diego County, whether it's Escondido, whether it's El Cajon, whether it's Spring Valley, we always have a show going on every single day.
Ooh, you guys should have like a menu.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like you should literally have a menu. Like these are the shows for the month, right? Coordinate your day with this,
That's actually not a bad
and
idea.
partner with the bar. Be like, reserve your spot today and get something, whatever it is. Or first 5 people to register for this, at this time,
and show up.
and get a free drink. I mean, if you have a tab, you know what I mean.
And we do for the most bars give us a tab, so we have a little bit of freedom.
So it's just something to cross promote because, like you said earlier, if you're gonna sit down with somebody, the first thing they're gonna ask you is, do you have a following? Right. So part A would be the following. Part B would be to get your email subscription list because now you're promoting every single day. Because if you're doing that on a regular basis, like just sending out an email, hey, this is where we're going to be. First 20 people to register to show up at the door get this, and then you're going to get the guys that come in the first 20, and then you're also going to get the ones that come in after. And you can tell them, whatever it is, they show up, they check it out, they have a drink or whatever, and boom, now you're getting traction that you can come up to somebody and be like, do you have a following? Yeah, I mean, we bring in like 30 people a show,
right?
You know what I mean? 20 people a show. It's nothing major, but it's 30 people a show that are coming in, to check out your spot.
It's a really good idea.
You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
those are, I mean, those two things. One is your Instagram following. The other one is an email list. Emails like kind of being pushed away, but it's something that if you get them to subscribe to you for, like, I'm telling you, like first 20 people to get a free drink. Like, I don't know about you, but that's kind of one of those subscription emails where we're like, yes,
let's do it.
I'm down with that one, right?
Free booze tastes better than buying it.
It totally does.
Better.
Totally does.
Yeah.
And and maybe you get like a show up card, like that'll be part of your thing, and you can work with a couple different bars and be like, hey, this is like a frequent flyer thing, right? And so these guys are my following. And so they get to register, and when they swipe their drink, like after so many drinks that they buy,
they get a drink, get points for a drink,
points or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the Starbucks model of bar hopping. But now you have people coming to your locations that they know you're at. Exactly. They know exactly where you're at, when you're doing it, and they want to frequent your establishments or their establishments.
Right.
And it's like a sales gig to them. Now maybe it's like you want to be part of this membership club. The bar costs you X dollars a month. To be part of this club, to be promoted on my feed.
Right. Yeah.
And that's another revenue source for you guys.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea. And the thing is most bars are going to do it, right? Nobody, I mean, I don't know. Nobody I know at least goes to a bar and has one drink.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Like
I never drink more than one.
At a time.
One at each hand.
Right? I'm rarely
I tried.
double-fisted.
rarely.
Rarely.
It happens on occasion.
But yeah, I mean,
Guilty.
to me, that's like when I ask people what they're doing with their social media, a lot of times it's always about, well, I got, increasing my followers and increasing my posts, but why? Like, what's the purpose behind it, right? You got to have a direction of where you want to go. So, if you have that in mind, now it's like, now I have another revenue source that I'm targeting.
Right.
Now it's a value to be part of my network when it comes to karaoke, because I do have a following that follows me for a specific reason. So, it's on the one hand, it's, you don't sell it as your appointment, but on the other hand, you should be building it because it's a great sales pitch to have it. That's a great chip on your shoulder to have and be like, you definitely want to hire us. We're worth the money.
Sure. Yeah,
we do find more and more that when bars hire us, they do expect, that those people are supposed to come in. So we always try to explain to our clients that we together need to do this. So, if we're the only ones doing it, then it's not going to work. We all need to do it together.
Well, I think when it comes to your social media, you have two types of posts that you should have. You should have one type of post that's geared towards everybody who should be coming to your bar, and the other showing the bar that people follow you. So those two types of things, which are honestly testimonials of people having fun, and I love you guys, I want to follow where you guys are going, those types of things, because those are showing. Well, first of all, those show the bar that people follow you. Those show other people that this is a cool place to hang out.
Right.
Because people follow what other people are doing. You show up to the restaurant that has the long line, not the one that has no line. Right. And so you show the line. That's what your posts should be about on Instagram. You should show people having a good time and people talking about those memories. Because
that's a really good idea.
That's a great idea.
That's what that's your thought process when it comes to social media. Absolutely. My opinion.
Yeah, no, I get it. And like I said, my social media game's weak. Like I don't, and I think at least with us too, the generational thing, like it wasn't real big for me coming up. I didn't start really doing social media till a couple of the jobs I've had are like, well, you got
last year.
Yeah, see?
Almost a year ago is when I actually started doing social media.
I don't even think it was that long when you really started. It was this year.
I'll say at the beginning of this year. Like last year, I officially was like, okay, well, I need a business page for this thing, whatever. But actively digging deep, and I haven't even told you what you can do with paid ads, because that's a whole nother ball game that you can stick your stuff right in front of people who are about to go out, or you can send them something for their birthday. Right? Something that says, hey, we want to host you for your birthday. Come here, get a free whatever. There's all kinds of stuff that you can be doing specifically targeted to people right when they're going to party. Like, imagine you sending something to somebody the month before they turn 21.
Right.
What kind of awesome party is that? And only people who are about to turn 21 in the next month get to see your promo. I'm just saying, right? There's a ton of stuff that you can do with social media that you're barely scratching the surface if you're only thinking about followers.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, we can sit and talk about that after, too, if you want.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
All right, let's do the last couple segments. So, Ask the Bros.
Ask the Bros.
So, you guys feel free. I'll let you ponder that for a second. You can ask James or I any question you like, personal or business, either way. And we'll attack it or answer it the best we can.
All right.
I'd like to ask you a business question.
Go for it.
What is your work? What do you feel like you get up every day and it's something that you want to do?
That's so funny because I've been pondering that question a lot myself. There's a lot of things that I like to do, but my biggest thing is to learn and then to teach. So in everything that I've been doing, I teach high school in the morning. I teach financial algebra. I teach 17-year-old kids what life's going to have out there. I get to do a podcast every day. I learn from the guests that come in, and I get to teach them what business tactics I've learned in the last 15 years of being in business. I take on partnerships that I hang out with people, like, you surround yourself with the people that, you mostly want to become, and I learn from the businesses that they're doing and bring them on as partners to help encourage and teach other people to elevate themselves. So for me, it's about learning and then teaching to help you come up. I've learned I can have anything I want in life if I help enough people get what they want in life. So that's to me what I love to do every day when I wake up in the morning. That's it. Boom. I want to be around you guys as much as possible.
All right. Learning and then teaching. I like it.
Learn and teach.
And it's fun to be around like-minded people that feel the same way. 'Cause we get up
100%.
every morning hungry. Like, we're hungry to motivate. Let's get this. Let's call. Let's go out and do these errands. Let's get it done.
Well, think about it though.
Not messing around.
For you guys, it's almost ideal. Let's wake up and plan our party.
Right.
Let's wake up and think about how we're gonna have
a
today.
fun time today. Sure, tonight. How are we
Tonight,
gonna
right?
make people have fun?
And now it's not a matter of tonight. Now it's like, let's plan out when we're gonna have fun for the next 30 days, for the next 60 days out. Let's plan our parties every single day. That's amazing.
Exactly. And we have our calendar goes out to like a couple of years. We have people from 2020 that are
2022. I mean,
yes.
And those are mostly weddings and things like that. But it's also it's also incredible the amount of people that get married that call us
Last
for a
minute.
DJ like 2 weeks out.
We love it.
I'm like, I haven't even
Last
talked.
minute?
Like, I've never even met you. I don't know anything about you. I don't know what music you want to listen to. I don't know much. I'm like, and then in those 2 weeks, we have a hard time getting the information we need. So you kind of show up the day of, and you're like, all right, we're gonna wing it. Let's do this.
But you know what? You
It's
wing
fun.
it.
Oh yeah, no, you have to wing
figure it out right away. You figure it out. People are people.
And weddings are weddings, right? At the end of the day, like there's gonna be some differences because individuals are individuals. But as far as a wedding goes, it's the same timeline. It's the same. It really is the same timeline, the same format. You might not want a couple of these things that are part of the program, but if you've done one wedding, you've done 100 weddings.
Yeah, for sure.
We've done a
for
lot
sure.
of weddings.
I love that scene in Wedding Crashers where they're like, all right, which Bible verse is it going to be? Is it going to be 1 Corinthians?
Yeah.
Exactly.
First Corinthians. I'm going to tell you right now, like 1 Corinthians.
Right?
You hear it a lot in the ceremony. I don't hear it so much in the speeches, but you hear it a lot during the ceremony. And I'm guilty of it because I'm an officiant as well. So
You do?
I do. I marry people, which is scary.
What? He's all shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
was like,
also
hey, I can
ordained
imagine.
minister.
By the way, I now pronounce you blah blah blah. Drinks are on me.
Yeah, drinks
Yes.
only when it's a hosted tap. It's
That's
open
funny,
bar.
though.
Yeah. So within the scriptures of marrying someone, you obviously love is patient, love is kind, love does not boast. But it really does. It's a really good Bible verse as far as what being married is all about and what love really is.
I forgot which comedian I heard. I think it was Sinbad, and he was talking about how he was married and for like 10 years. Then he divorced for like 7 years, and then he got back together, and they've been married for another like 7 years or whatever. And he said during that single time, he realized that the woman he married was the right woman, not because she's perfect, not because every one of us is crazy, but she was the crazy that he could tolerate.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's kind of, when you figure out who your spouse is, we're all crazy people. We all have our quirks, like little things that bother us about other people. We all have them.
Yes.
But when you find that person that can put up with your stuff nicely,
That's important.
and you have fun with them,
Important.
you win.
Yeah.
In our case as well, we do business and kids.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, we don't. So it's nice. Like it is. It's funny because Wednesday nights I work early. I'm done by like 8 o'clock. She works till 2 a.m. And that's like my night. Like I get to watch the shows I want to watch. I get to, if I so
Lights
choose,
out.
if I so choose, I can read a book, which nobody lets me ever read in the house. Like
You have peace and quiet?
I don't know what it is about a book though. You could literally not talk to me all afternoon. Like she could be doing her own thing all afternoon. Kids ignoring me. I mean, the moment I pick up a book, I don't know what it is about the pages.
Yeah.
You open that up,
Screams,
screaming.
calls,
She
cell
needs my
phones.
attention. It's incredible. It's incredible. So, if you ever feel lonely, people,
It's
if you're
your
ever
kryptonite.
lonely, pick up a book.
Oh,
like
God.
I swear to God, pick up a book, and somebody's gonna call you. Something's gonna come up. Just
It's the truth.
It is, right? You got your thing too. I bet you if you said like your bath, you're ready to take a bath, you're ready to relax. I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah.
What's for dinner?
I mean, I'm hungry. That's all day.
All day. My child keeps asking for a midnight snack.
Midnight snack.
Well, she calls it.
It's
She
new.
doesn't even call it a midnight snack. She calls it a bed night snack.
A bed night snack.
Can I get a bed night snack? I'm like, no, you just ate. And last night at like midnight, she came out of her room for the last time, and I put her back in bed, and she says, "Can I have some Coke?" I'm like, no, you can't have any Coke. You're supposed to go to bed. Like, I'm gonna feed you caffeine right now.
Sure, let's keep you up a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's a trip.
All right, lady and gent. Sorry, I called you a lady.
Gents.
Who we gonna tag to be on the show next?
Who should we tag?
Good question. Oh,
What about
Michael Flores.
you do Michael Flores?
We could do some Michael.
Michael Flores.
All right.
Yeah. So Michael Flores is going to be taking over our Las Vegas chapter of the company, but he also owns and operates EMS Catering, which is a catering company.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to talk to him so we can host
He's great.
some parties.
Yeah, great food. So
I like food.
have him bring
I'm a
tacos.
fan of
Tell him you
food.
can't be on this podcast unless bring us something to eat.
Yeah,
Yay.
we're gonna have to sample your catering.
3 pig
And he will.
tacos.
He will too. I mean, he cooks. All like that's what he loves to do. He loves to cook. He loves the DJ. He enjoys that. But I think
Cooking is
when
easy.
you ask him like, what's your actual passion? Like, what do you?
He has 2 events. They want the same day. He has to pick one that he's gonna do. He's gonna
He's
go with the
gonna
cooking.
Well, I think he's gonna pick the one that pays the most because he's a
Right.
businessman.
Okay. Let's.
So I think so. If
all
they
things
paid
considered
equal, right? I think he would cook.
he would cook.
I think so. I think at the end of the day, he loves to cook and he's damn good at it. Like, the man can cook.
Can't complain. He's married.
He's not married. No.
Oh, dude, somebody's missing out.
Right?
A man that could cook. All right. Lastly, I want you guys to. Let's see. Put James on the spot. Is he gonna do a split screen?
I'll
with
do
the
a
two of
split
them?
screen. I'll do a split screen.
So he's gonna set up a split screen, so you can look at your camera, you can look at your camera, and tell people how to get a hold of you. And I suggest you do it like the hit me up for the personal, hit me up for the business events.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Public and private.
We're AI Entertainment. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. What else?
I think you can go like this to your banner too.
Our website.
Our website.
We got the website www.aientertainmentsandiego.com.
Yes, please give us a call. If you tell us that you heard us from this podcast, we'll hook it up for you. Of
Yeah, I mean,
course.
if you tell us if you're getting married or you're doing a private event in 2019, if you tell us you heard us on the podcast, 25% off.
Boom.
Any of our
25%.
wedding packages, anything like that. So if
Yes.
you just tell us you heard us on this podcast, we'll give you 25% off our packages.
Do you cross the border?
I can
We
absolutely.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We even fly anywhere.
I don't know if I'm getting back, but I'm crossing.
That's good to know because
We've
you
gone
got
out
a lot of
to
people that.
Hawaii.
Yeah, no, we haven't actually worked across the border yet, but I'd like to. I think it'd be a blast.
Nice.
I guess technically in August we're going on a cruise because I'm doing a vow renewal, but I think the actual ceremony is in Catalina, right?
Island.
So that's not technically in
Yeah,
Mexico.
yeah.
But
We're still
Still.
working it out.
Like cruise. I
Yeah,
like that.
it's rough.
Oops. Yeah, you're
Work.
struggling.
and
Yeah.
that's what my buddy Michael he was laughing because we just got back from vacation. We're going on a cruise in August. I'm like, well, that's work. Like,
Yeah.
right. That was actually his
Such
exact
hard work.
reaction. Yeah, work.
Such hard work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like again, I'm going to Vegas a couple times a week.
It's work.
It's work. It's not. I mean, there's gonna.
I don't blame you.
Is there gonna be play? Sure.
Yeah, of course. No, we bought our second house. Like we're like 21 years old. I think maybe
Yeah.
you were 22,
Something.
21, 22. We bought a house in Vegas because they told us every time we go pick up the rent, it's the tax deduction. We're like, cool.
Actually,
Didn't know what that meant at all.
I was 20 when we bought it because I was playing the slots.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
And you
I
got in
had to-
trouble.
and I won. I was like, "Non, come here.
Win.
stand here.
Take the ticket.
Well, you know how long ago it was because we had the bucket of
Oh, the
change,
chip
and we're at
still.
Caesar
Oh, yeah.
salad. We were at
Wow.
Caesar Palace, Caesar
Yep.
salad. We were at Caesar's Palace, and we were putting the coins. Like literally, we would take the bucket of coins and we'd just go to a machine, pull it, next machine, pull it, next machine, pull it.
Did you win
Yep.
anything?
Yeah, we ended up pretty good. That weekend.
Wow.
It was good. It was a good
Impressive.
weekend. Well,
We
he
like,
won. His name wasn't 21 yet.
We like craps. Craps is
the
the best.
energy.
The tables. Yeah, that's what it
Energy.
is. It's the energy in there.
Yeah, you're
Even if you're losing, you're having a good time.
yeah, you got a magnetic pull to energy. I can tell.
Clackety clack.
Clackety
Just
clack.
clackety.
Cool. Well, guys, real pleasure having you guys on the show today. I love
Thanks for
getting
having
to
us.
know you guys and definitely
Get out to
now
one
I
of the
gotta
shows.
go. Now
You
I gotta
gotta
go.
get out.
Yes.
Now I gotta
It's
go.
a great time.
The wife will love it. She loves to. I don't know. She doesn't really do karaoke, but she would love to go to the bar.
We'll get her singing. I've got a method.
Oh,
Get
yeah?
people sing. Yeah, I mean, usually involves lots of tequila, but
Right.
Oh, I don't
She'll
have to
sing.
drink
You know,
tequila,
the
but-
more you drink, the better we all sound.
That's
That's right.
absolutely true. I love how you put that too. The more you drink, the better we all sound.
We all sound. That's great.
All right, ladies and gents. Quick reminder: 365.
I got-
boom shoes.
to that effect, I've probably got about 12 pair I'm going to give you guys.
Nice.
I didn't
Donating.
again, I didn't even know about it until just right now, Ham.
Yeah. That's Ham's fault.
That
No,
is-
but I do. I had to, like I was telling you guys earlier, I had to clean out my closet. And I was just looking at the pairs of shoes that I haven't wore in
forever.
ages, but they're still pretty good
Yeah.
pairs of shoes. I just haven't worn. I didn't even know I had them until I cleaned out my closet because I had to put it in that cabinet. And so now I'm like, oh, I was gonna throw them away, but now that I heard this,
Boom.
bang.
Donate.
So if you guys have to clean out your closet, don't jack up your leg while doing it.
Right.
But we will still collect your shoes for you. So new, used, cash, hit up James 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. And if you want to add insurance, if you need insurance for any of your businesses, your homes, your auto, your life, any of that sort of stuff, hit James up 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. And I forgot, if you want to add insurance into your business, maybe you own a tax office or a real estate office or something like that, hit them up. And again, thanks guys for coming over.
Thanks for having us. It was awesome.
We're going to
Such a
go
fun
check it
time.
out. We're going to see what we put together for them so you guys can get some promotion stuff going. Because I think for
Yes,
you guys,
please.
it'd be awesome to build that following the right way so you can monetize that really well, because I think you guys offer a great service. And
Thank you.
for both clients, for both public and for
Private.
Business.
Public
whatever,
and
you know
private,
me.
yes.
The people going to the bar and the bar owners.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to say.
Oh.
Yeah, keep it simple.
The
All right.
drinkers and the ones serving the drinks.
There you go. Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got for you guys today. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
And I'm out.
Boom.
Boom. That's a wrap.
Bye-bye, Facebook.
Love you guys.
That was awesome.
That was really cool.
All right, that's it.
Can you see yourself doing it every Wednesday?